Evening. Bit late. It's the MRC Gran Turismo Touring Car Championship. Round 1, Race 1, Pro 1. Around Fuji. It got a little bit wet after a while. Action-packed race. Very, very good race indeed. We'll go for the drivers. See who's here. See who put it on pole. You probably see it anyway on the right. I'm Idle4 Gaming. Be doing this for Pro 1 this season. And yeah, subscribe to the channel if you ain't already done so. And yeah, sit back, relax, and enjoy the race ahead. It was action-packed. It was close as well. But first of all, we'll go for the drivers a moment. Right, sticking it on pole is g'day mate, is Scott. In his Lamborghini. I don't know why you can't turn around with this. Oh yeah, you can. Oh, you can turn around. Bit odd. I don't like this setup on GT7. But yeah, pole is Scott. Second is Phil. He's in the Ferrari. Idle4 Gaming is myself, obviously, in a Lamborghini. Roadrunner in a McLaren 650S GR4. T50 Gary with his, looks like his teammate up there in second in another Ferrari. Surfer Ev in the Lambo Cancer Research. You can see all different sponsorships and that, but I'll go through that in the second race. Gus in the Alpha, that might be a bit OP around here. Mac in another Ferrari. P1 Rick in another Lamborghini. Got Bowman there in another Lamborghini, and yeah, Z Tire Slayer in Sylvia. See how that gets on in the wet. Remember, wet tires must be bought or intermediates, because it gets really damp. And yeah, anyway, let's go to the race. Bit rusty with the commentary, ain't done it for a while. Just bear with me. It will get better over time. But yeah, the Alpha there. You see the Alpha just storming on through. He's like, yes, I'm coming on through. Where's the Alpha gone? Where's the Alpha? There he is up there. The Alpha's up there, Darren. Yeah, all got around turn 1 all right. Gus is there. He's like up to 5th already. And he's loving it. He's loving it up to 5th position. Will he make it up to 4th or maybe snatch a 3rd? Car ghosting up ahead. Picked up a penny already. Idle4 Gaming on the front of that car. Do appreciate that. Roadrunner inherits a lead in the McLaren 650S. But going back, we've got a gaggle of cars here. Surfer Ed, myself, Gary, Z Tire Slayer, Matt, Gus. We've got cars to the rear. P1 Rick as well coming into the mix. Matt there running a bit wide, a little bit of glitching from his car. Ever since they've done the latest update, it just seems to have gone backwards this game. But heading down to the chicane heavy braking section now. Scott very laggy at this point. Yeah, he was everywhere, as you can see. You didn't know where to pass, if you should pass. And yeah, he was just like bouncing off walls and barriers. 1 minute he was there, next minute he was behind you. So yeah, it settled down after a while. But yeah, it's quite a little bit off-putting, as you've seen there. Looks like he's going for the overtake. He's around it a bit wide, and yeah, he's glitching around. Yeah, he's loving it. He's loving it in that car at the minute. Surfer Ev, been part of a league recently, GT3, is it GT3 World Series, something like that. So a lot of these guys are used to GT7 and how the car performs and whatnot, different grip levels. It seems to me the Lambo is the OP car, maybe for this track, maybe for the series overall. The Ferrari seems popular as well. So Roadrunner there, being hounded now by Scott. I mean, that glitch has calmed down a little bit, as you can see there. Myself in 3rd, Surfer Ev quiet at the minute, but going back here, we've got Gus there looking to the inside of Z Tire Slayer. Don't get it done, maybe next time round, but by him doing that, it's slowing him up. He's got Matt there waiting for his opportunity. Z Tire Slayer running a bit wide there, so he's going to have a dodgy line into this corner, and nice move there from Gus Nice little cutback, get that in for overtake of the week. Got that going as well. Bowman there, fighting with P1 Rick in the Lambo. 2 Lambos and a Ferrari coming in the middle to be a Lamborghini sandwich. Will Phil dive to the inside? He does indeed. Will he get 2 for the price of 1? No. The four-wheel drive of that Lambo. Better grip out of corners. And yeah, he's catching that P9 and P1 Rick back down in 11th. And yeah, maybe waiting for that rain to come. If it does come, who knows. Roadrunner there, still leading away. P number 1, P1. Scott there, still in P2. I don't know how it is from his perspective. Probably just normal for him with that jump in. But after a while, it does settle. And the racing becomes very, very close. So back here, Surfer Ev being caught now by Gary there. Trying to break that slipstream, but no, Gary's like, no, it's too early in the race. Half an hour races, GR4 category. Other commentators out there as well. Check out MRC for that. The rain seems to be dropping a little bit now. Surfer Ev with his wipers on there. Oh, back there, who's spinning off there? Z-Tire Slayer. I don't know if the dampness already is having an effect on his grip level. We'll go like this, we'll have a look. No, just touch that green AstroTurf, unfortunately. Always kicks you out if you go too far over into that AstroTurf. Barman there with a penalty. I don't know if it's the same rulings with the penalties. You can't overtake, so on and so on. It was like it in 17, but yeah, season 18, the Gran Turismo Touring Car Championship, MRC, we are driven Infinity, so on and so on. I'll go through that in race 2. Race 2 will be a little bit late. Sorry, hectic home live. Can't help it. So just bear with me with that. Surfer M now, maybe taking it a little bit easy due to spots of rain hitting the track here and there. But up we go. Roadrunner still in P1. Yeah, rain is falling. How will he handle this car into and out of corners? Steady with that throttle as well. You don't really want to push it. Scott there looking for a move to the inside. No, it doesn't get that move done. Maybe on the start finish straight, we'll wait and see. We've got a little bit of a free car battle here. Surfer Ev, T50 Gary and Gus. And behind that we've got Matt, Bowman and Phil. But if we get rid of his penalty now, so that will enable Phil to go up to that 8th position. So position gain. P1 Rick just slowly, you know, getting used to the track and maybe the changing conditions. Took it nice and easy that evening. But Z-Tire Slayer, after that moment, he's down to P11, unfortunately. Scott there still looking for a way by Roadrunner. Will he get this move done? Camera's alright, this camera's okay. Not a fan of it, so you can't really see behind. I'd rather go like this and then look behind. There's my headlights. Surfer F there. Bit of a gap break, bit of a gap forming now, sorry, between myself and Surfer. I mean, yeah, it's right about 4 seconds it was between me and Surfer, but with the conditions changing, lap after lap, it gets quite interesting. Gus there out to P5, with Gary behind in P6, Mac there in 7th, Phil in 8th with Bowman in 9th, Rick in 10th and Z-Tire Slayer in 11th. So I think Scott is waiting for the conditions to change, but by Scott trying to get by Roadrunner, that enabled me to close up a little bit to them. You can see the gap between me and Surfer Air, but Surfer Air's got Gus now in that Alpha. The rain is falling a bit heavier now. I mean, a lot dived into the pits, but beware of the pit entry. 3-second penalty. Yes. Later on into the race, you'll see 2 of the top runners picking up 3-second penalties, which basically, you know, hampered them, you know, to go for a victory of the race. But too early on to say when that was. But Gus said the top end of the Alpha, it's alright in corners. Top end, it used to be really, really good, but now it's not. As you can see there, Ferrari catching up to the rear, that Alpha. And there we go in the background. We've got Phil diving to the inside there of Matt. Very nice move there indeed. I mean, Matt gave him plenty of room. So there was no coming together. Z Tyre Slayer now catching up to the rear of P1 Rick. In car now is Z Tyre Slayer. P1 Rick in 10th. It's about how much confidence he got in these ever-changing conditions as well. A lot of people got confidence. Some haven't. You know, take it nice and easy. You see a dampness on the track now. But going back here, the top three have closed to around about 1.5 seconds. But Surfer Ev, I think he's just waiting for that opportunity again. Gary going to the inside there of Gus does get that move done. But Phil, his teammates, slowly closing up by these battling out, you know, holding each other up. It's enabling drivers behind to close up. Back here, Z Tyre Slayer does get the move done onto Rick. But up here, it's getting a bit more heavier now, the rain. So yeah, a little bit of a twitch there from Scott on the exit at the final corner. I mean, Surfer Ev, I think Surfer, yeah, he closed it a little bit, a few tenths here and there, but he's pulling away from Gus now. But Gus has got Gary behind him still. And now with the top end of that Ferrari, get him before the end of this long straight. He's looking, he's pulling to the right. Does he get that move done? He does indeed. Up to P5. Will his teammate come on through as well? Close up, get the same move done? We don't know. Roadrunner there, still in P1. I think Roadrunner done a bit of a boo-boo, if I'm honest with you. I don't think Roadrunner had wet tyres. He had the pace, 100%, you know, to fight for the win. I think Roadrunner didn't buy wet tyres, so he had to, you know, unfortunately retire. I think it was Roadrunner. 99% sure, but Surfer Ev there, Gus and Gary still battling away, but look who's lurking there. Phil in the other Ferrari. By these two slowing each other up, it's enabling Phil to close up. Will Gary let his teammate go on by? Probably not. There's a long way to go. 30-minute races. Matt there falling back a bit now. Z Tyre Slayer up tonight. P1 Rick 10th. Bowman getting rid of that Bowman, sorry, getting rid of that penalty. Yeah, P11, but up we go. Rain falling heavier now. Grip levels aren't as good as they were. Will people opt to change to the wet tyre? Scott's thinking about it. Yeah, Scott does it. Yeah, as you see there, me and Surfer cross the white line, and you know what's coming, don't you? A 3-second penalty. A 3-second penalty for me and Surfer for being donuts, really, and crossing that pit entry line. But hey, lesson learned. Now we know they're on for the season. We'll know for next time, really. So then, Roadrunner inherits the leads with the rain falling a lot heavier. He's got a nice sizable gap between himself and Gus. But then Phil is already laughing in that Ferrari, thinking, yeah, I'm going to watch you spin off. But Phil, you might spin off as well. And then Gary struggling with the conditions, and Matt there as well in P5. Scott out on wets. Surfer Ev out on wets. 3-second penalty. I'm out on wets as well. 3-second penalty. So, because we crossed that white line, entering the pits, it's our own faults. As I said previously, lesson learned. Z Tyre Slayer on the wets as well. After a few laps, they'll warm up and they'll pick up grip. Now, Roadrunner's struggling with the conditions. Reset him, trying to cut that corner, the chicane bit of the track. He's got no grip at all. Gary there, almost into, but it ghosted. 0.5 second penalty, you know. It's like dancing on ice out there. Bloody Nora. But yeah, Phil as well. Phil, yes, I got to enjoy you, teammate. Let's spin around, you know, on the track. Ideally, should have pitted, you know, previous lap. But hey, try it, innit? No, I mean trying. But Scott, by Lee's spinning off and whatnot. Yeah, he's coming on by with the car spinning around in front of him. You know, Phil's gone off again. He's like, yeah, I'd rather face, you know, go around the track backwards and reverse than the normal way. Thank you very much. 3-second penalty for me and Surfer still. Scott's probably laughing in that car. Gary's gone off as well. He's like, I'll park it over here for a minute. Gets another 0.5-second penalty, or it might be his first one actually. Scott there up to third. Both of these cars struggling. You know, he's like, yes, coming on by, lads, with my Fosters in my hand. And yeah, he's Gus taking it nice and easy. I think I'm pretty certain Roadrunner retired. Scott there, by getting out of the pits, you know, without a penalty, he's pulled a sizable gap. Now we're getting rid of ours, me and Surfer. You know, Surfer's there, I'm there. It's like, yeah, what the hell have we done? Gus there into the pits. Roadrunner, unfortunately, we'll see in a moment, myself and Surfer together. Roadrunner, I think we'll see, had to retire, had no wet tyres. Back on the softs. He couldn't do nothing, you know, so he exited the lobby, or exited the track back to the lobby and just watched the race. Scott there, nice comfortable lead for Scott. What I would like to see really, ideally, is what they had in GT Sport is you can flick to a different screen and see all the gaps in that, you know, and who's having their best sector in the lap and whatnot. But yeah, got rid of our penalties now. We were around about 7 to 8 seconds behind Scott, so he had a sizable lead to manage a race and take it nice and easy. All the while, me and Surfer there battling it out, you know, for second and third. Z Tyre Slayer, not massively behind, but sizable gap. I don't know what that Sylvia's like in the wet. I know it's got a good top end. It seems to be struggling a little bit. P1 Rick there up to 5th. Remember where he was, who's down in last. Struggling on the wet tyre, getting them up to temperature. And round 1 is just to see how you are with the car, because after round 2 you can change the car, or 2 if you wish, without getting a penalty. But after, say, like round 3 or 4, you inherit a penalty if you want to change the car. The Alpha there struggling. Yeah, Roadrunner, unfortunately, 7-second penalty. He had no wet tyres, so he had to just retire back to the pits. Scott there, bit of an on-board lap with Scott now. Long start, finish straight. In the dry, heavy braking section, but he braked way early. Goes a little bit wide. The grip levels, the tyres ain't warm. Runs it a little bit wider on that asphalt, a little bit of a right kink. This sort of like semi-flat. He lift in the dry, but a lot heavy braking. You know, he's down to third. Keep it out to the right, and if you can in the dry, normally you swing it out to the left and cut it to a late apex to the right. Yeah, he's just dabbing it and taking it nice and easy. And again, braking early, keeping it in that higher gear just to keep the car stable. You don't want to flick it down to second or first, because as soon as you touch that throttle, it spin you out. So in wet, keep it in that higher gear and just brake in a straight line if you can. Try not to turn and brake. You just go off the track, as you see there. Prime example, you see, but you got it back together. It's kept it in second. Normally it's first, and then I back up to second. This bit here, be careful with the Astro. You can pick up a penalty if you run it too far inside that curve. This as well, in the dry, is semi-quick, but he's doing it really slow, keeping it in that second gear. Down to second again. No point in doing first. Again, it'll just kick out the rear end. Nice and gentle on that throttle, which he's doing. This as well, keeping it really tight. Stay away from that Astro on the left. And he's on the Astro. Avoid the grass along the start finish straight. So yeah, lap number 9. 17 minutes gone in the 30-minute race. and conditions are very, very wet now. Surfer Ev, second, me third. Let's go back here. Let's go back here because it's close now. Gus, right there, he's alright. He's chasing Bowman now. But Gus and Gary are banning it out for 7th and 8th. Will Gary get that move done onto him? Or will he wait for the start in the straight? Maybe. I think he will. Bill there on his own. The road run unfortunately into the pits. And yeah, going back here, Gary, they're side by side going up the start in the straight now to start lap number 10. That's Gary. Got that move done. He has indeed. It's all about that braking at the end of the straight. You see? Let's stay with these two a moment. Now, it's just interesting to see. So, Gary gets it done. Brakes later than Gus. And then Gus, no, he's too far back. I thought we were going like for a little bit of a cut back, but no, that's settled now. 7th and 8th is settled. Phil there doing the chasing now to Gus and Mac. Matt there in 10th position. But oh, we go. No battling at the minute. No. Oh, here. The Prince Surfer went a bit too deep. Broke a bit too late. Yeah, see the glitcher from me. See, yeah. Broke a bit too late, ran it a bit too deep. Thank you very much, Surfer. And yeah, the battle commenced, it carried on. You know, I was struggling as well. Scott there, just loving it, you know, loving it in P1. He's comfortable, no one's around him, no back markers at the minute. So yeah. Surfer Z Tires there, Bowman there. He's not too far. Oh, Z Tires there. Just had to correct that there. Full send on the rear of that car. Budweiser MRC. There's got to be mandatory logos on your car. We'll try and pick that up a minute. Michelin as well. They've been here several seasons. Budweiser and Z Tires there is on Tesco by the looks of it. Or is that his sponsorship? May not be. But Rick is closing quite quick now with the 4x4 machinery of that car. It's enabling him now, even though Bowman there as well is in the same car. Rick must be more confident of the conditions than the gentleman in front of him. But now here we are, the Lambo's gonna do that move onto Z Tire Slayer and take that P4. Z Tire Slayer bigging up the wet because it's starting to dry out a little bit. Ideally I should have gone on to the Inters. I think they would have been alright, but no. Did he get that move? Will he get that switch back? He's looking for it. No, he's on the Astros. Unfortunately there, that might enable Rick to close up and get that P5. No, Rick's too far back. So he can't get that move done onto P5. Gary there, P7, probably trying to close down. Oh no, I say that and he runs off track. Again, late braking. But conditions are changing slightly. Gus there, I think you're right. I'm going to come back at you now, Mr. T50 Gary. And well, Phil there, P9, Mac P10, and Roadrunner retired, unfortunately, in last position. Myself and Surfer now, second and third. I'll come back to this in a minute, 'cause it does get a bit tasty. So here we go, Rick. Rick is closing up to these two now. Taking it nice and easy. You can see the track drying out now. Yeah, so Inters I think would have been ideal. You would have had the advantage really, but they may have burnt out a bit quicker because the wets have hardly got nowhere at the minute. So yeah, P1 Rick closing, and he is, to these two. So they might, I'll give it a lap or two. You know, they might be up there chuff. Let's just wait for a moment because he might close up here. You see Bowman there, he's picking up the wet because he knows the track's drying out. But Rick pick up that slipstream as well. These two banning out Z Tire Slayer. There he is there behind P5, looking for that P4. Can we see him in that wing mirror at all? Yeah, there he is. Hello mate, how are you? Yeah, alright. He's going to brake first then. Ah, there we go. Oh, and yeah. He's like, yeah, I broke earlier, but he still went off the track. Rick's going to get 2 for the price of 1. He's got 1. Can he get the second? No, but dirt on them tyres. He's got dirt on them tyres and may go off track again, as you see there. Yeah, he's gone off track again. Careful when he rejoin. Yep, 2 for the price of 1 there for Rick. So up to P4 for Rick. Nice move there on the first corner. So yeah, nice move there. So here we go. Surfer Ed, myself, Scott, comfortable. Very, very comfortable. It went down by like a second, but I think it's just backing off a little bit and taking it easy. So Phil in the pits again. What's he switched to? Medium. So maybe he's thinking, right, can I get these guys and catch them? But no, he's come out of the pits, gone straight off the track. Worth a try, I guess, but it didn't work. Gary there as well, racing soft. So the 2 Ferraris, 2 teammates by the look of it. They're off track. Trying a racing tyre and it's not working, unfortunately. You see there? No, it's not working. So unfortunately, bit too early, but try and error, isn't it, really? Matt there, P8. Gus, P7. Z Tyre Slayer. Bowman there, and Rick are still battling for that P4. Surfer Ev and myself are close. Scott there, so we closed it a bit. Not massively, but we did close it by about 1.5 now. So yeah, Surfer M now, looking at my rear bumper, waiting for that opportunity. Yeah, he's taking a nice easy dab in. The traction controlled as well. I don't know, I had it on 1. So didn't do no practice or nothing. Just jump on a race, Never practice, just jump on. But yeah, so Surfer Ed there, it looked like he was more confident in the car than me. Had a lot of confidence in the car. First time I drove it. Surfer Ed there, looking to the inside. No. Thought about it, tried to go for it, but didn't go for it. Just wait for that next opportunity now. P1 Rick breaking the way now in that P4. In that P4 in a Michelin mobile. P5, P6, 1 second penny. It's going to hamper him now. Gus too far back to close that gap, even with that second penalty. Matt there, P8. Maybe in the next few laps catch up to the rear Gus for a little bit of a battle. Phil, P9, and Gary there, P10. Roadrunner out now. Conditions of... He didn't retire then, that was me, sorry. He's waiting for the track to dry out and come back out, and he's come back out, but he's a few laps down. So unfortunately, blue flags as well, so Scott's coming on through. Scott there in P1, but behind we can see myself and Surfer Ed battling for 2nd and 3rd. Scott there will be getting them back markers, so blue flags will be waving. So it's down to these gentlemen here to move out of their way. Faster car coming on through. So up we go, Scott. Probably he's got past 1. He'll get past 2, which he does indeed. Fair play, guys. Yellow flags waving as well. I don't know why they're waving. Roadrunner off the track, probably letting us through as well, which he does. Right about 3.5 minutes to go. Myself, I run it way off track there. I'm surprised I didn't get a penalty. So yeah, surprised I didn't get a penalty. Surfer Ed waiting for his opportunity. Scott going through back markers. There's like everywhere. I was like, oh my god, are they going to go? Look at 2 Ferraris. They're trying to block us from getting through and trying to battle up Scott, but we couldn't anyway. He's too far ahead. So anyway, here we go. I think I broke a little bit too late going into the chicane. I think if I remember rightly, yeah, I did. I think I broke a bit too late. No, it was It was this. It was over this lap or the next. It must be the next lap then. So in car with Surfer Air, this will be the closest battle on track at the minute, so we stay on this for the next lap. But even though behind, I'm looking, if I go back here, I'm looking here. It's these two teammates. So yeah, they're still not happy on the racing tyre road. Oh, what's going on there, Phil? So yeah, with Roadrunner being a few laps down, he won't gain no positions. So then, up we go. So we're going to go here. Scott there, going on to lap number 15. Myself and Surfer now banning it out. Side by side along the start finish straight. Yeah, I'm fat, so I was weighing the car down, so I didn't have a lot of top end speed. That's my excuse. So yeah, Surfer Ev there braking. Broke a bit too late. I went for that switchback move to the inside. We're side by side. No, we're not. I get that move done. He ran it a bit too deep, so yeah, cut to the inside. Thank you very much, Surfer. But still, we're battling. Oh, yeah, drift mode there for me. Go back and have a look at that in a minute. Nice drifty motion. I drifted around the corner. I thought I was going to lose it and spin out. But I managed to control it in the end. So go around this corner now. Yeah, I did poo myself a little bit, but I kept it together. So down here, Rick there, P4, good race for Rick at the minute. And Z Tyres there, and Bowman there. Phil there, he's being lapped anyway, so he won't get any position. Gus says 7th, Mac 8th. Gary Knight, Phil 10th, Roadrunner in 11th. They're having their own private little battle now. Scott, he's got the win. He's got the win without an error. So me and Surfer Ev, you can see the redness now coming onto the tyres. The wear is kicking in a little bit. Was it the last corner I went wide? I can't remember. So Surfer Ev there looking to the inside, but I don't know why I'm glitching. You know, I'm on like bloody gig. No, I was on that 512 by Virgin, being upgraded now to the gig, so I'm hoping it'll settle. But I've noticed the lag since the update. You know, it was alright for they updated it. But anyway, so Surfer Ev, we're going on to the last lap now. Scott will get the win, bar an error. Myself is second, Surfer Ev in third. I think this might be when Surfer Ev makes the move on to me. I'll try and break it. So yeah, so I think Surfer Ev goes on for. I should have stayed to the right really, and just setting around the long way. But I thought it would go a bit deep again, and I'll do the cut back again. But he broke nice and early and kept the line. So yeah, I think that's the move done. Yes, almost certain it's a move done. So Rick, Z Tyres slowly closing that gap, but his fuel lights flashing. Rick's alright for fuel. Z Tyres flashing. Bowman there in 6th. Alright, Gus there in 7th. Phil finish, been lapped unfortunately. Gary finish. Roadrunner, he'll finish as well. But up here we've got Gus in 7th. Mac in 8th, so well done fellas. So I think the battle's settled now. The Surfer Evs kept that P2 bar an error. P1 Rick there. Z Tyre Slayer trying to get that move onto Rick for that P4. Will Rick, he's got his indicator on. Is he just telling him to pass on the right? He's turning it off. Maybe it's just a bit of an error from him. But will Z Tyre Slayer look to the inside? Scott almost reaching the final corner. We're still battling. But Rick and Z Tyre Slayer. Will Z Tyre Slayer look to the inside? Scott, fair play mate, well done. Winner of round 1, race 1, race 2 to come, and probably Sunday now, sorry, so it's going to be a bit of a delay. Scott there, P1. Congratulations mate. Surfer Ev, P2, well done. Myself, P3. Rick there, can he hold off Z Tyre Slayer? But it's Bowman's there. Yeah, Rick's managed to pull out a bit of a gap. Z Tyre Slayer, he's still fighting it, you know, he still wants that P4, but, oh. Well, that ended quick. So, Rick P4, Z-Tire Slayer P5 and Bowman P6. I don't know why it ended like that. But anyway, race 2, probably Sunday now. I'm just too busy, sorry. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you there for High Speed Room. Thank you very much. Take care.